Hey everybody, this is Gloria Norwell, owner of Sophisticated Spot Shop on Etsy.com, owner of Gloria's Unsolved Mysteries Oracle Deck, volume 1 through 40, owner of Gloria's Astrology Tarot at www.makeplaycards.com. Sorry about that little rant and rave, but narcissism is just not my thing. So like I said, I'm back with another message, and we're going to try to see how can we clear these narcissists negative energy, or try to get them to clear their karma, because it's just too much negative energy. And so like I said, I understand people struggle, but you don't take it out on the other people that are not struggling. You know what I'm saying? That's just not fair. That's like me saying, oh, I deserve your wallet for, what I'm saying, your 40-hour work week. And you're like, what? Excuse me? No, ma'am, you don't, because I'm pretty sure I worked and clocked in. You weren't there. You didn't do the job. So why would I give you my money? You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, we're going to see how we can clear this karma for people who are a little possibly depressed, lonely, sad, upset, angry, because, they're not mobile, and that is not for me to decide when he's mobile or not. And it's probably not a good thing right now, because he's drinking alcohol, and a little bit out of control. So we'll see how we can clear some of these narcissism's karma, because like I said, they're getting out of control with their anger issues, and understanding that you can clear your karma without the negative energy. There's so much negative energy out there in the world. Why would you want to keep putting it out there? If you have time to, I feel like, because how people listen to your situation, and I'm not really one to talk, but I feel like, anywhere I go, everybody should be able to save a little bit of money if you're looking for a vehicle. And you live across the street from a car lot, you should not have any issue with being mobile at this point. And it's been several years, so it's something possibly psychologically going on with him, and we just want to pray for him, because I understand that a lot of people can't get past certain things, or just stuck in their ways, or hoarder or whatever, because I start to notice he has like hoarder tendencies and does not want to people around him. You know what I'm saying? And that's usually a sign of hoardism. Usually a hoarder doesn't want to let things go. They hold on to things. They hold grudges. So we're just going to pray for him and hope that he can get over, with depression, whatever depression or loneliness or sadness that he's overcome at this point. Because like I said, it's not so much that I can help him, but, he's going to have to learn to help himself. And not be stuck in like a time warp, you know what I'm saying, and stuck, because he's been in a time warp for like probably 10, 12 years in the same spot, same place. You've bought your home, but you live across the street from a car lot. You should have been able to have at least $2,000 to go buy you a small vehicle to get back to your mobile mechanic job, you know what I mean? So we just want to motivate him now at this point, because, put a few hundred to the side if you're doing a few side hustle jobs, and save your money to get you a little whip. You don't have to take it out on other people. So we have collect non-perishable food from your friends or co-workers and donate to a local charity. So that could be a way for a narcissist to clear their karma and get to see how other people live, and maybe it'll change their perspective on life. Then you have wait in line at a store. Let the person behind you go in front of you. That's kind for a narcissist. That'll be a lot of people are kind of stuck in their ways, so I understand that one. Reach out in social media to an old teacher from the past. Tell them just how much their positive influence meant to you. That would be a great idea for a narcissist, to reach out to an old teacher and, try to figure out, what went wrong, or, how, give them inspiring words to say how you helped me, how you encouraged me to be a better person, or maybe they didn't have an inspired teacher. It could have been a relative, a cousin, a friend, or even if it's somebody that's at the gravesite, go to the gravesite and take some flowers to somebody that was inspiring to you, and was a great influence on your life, And then it says be a designated driver for a group of friends. So you never know. Like I said, he had been drinking, so that was, his reading. We're going to keep going for, the crystal cards to see how he can clear his karma. I know, I don't like talking about people, but narcissism is very real. Sometimes they do not know that they're being narcissists, and it's sometimes you have to address them and let them know, hey, It's not okay to behave that way. It's not okay to talk that way to me. It's not okay to put your hands on me. It's just not. You understand what I'm saying? Do not touch me. We have space, we have boundaries, and that's just me. So what happened was I was like, you know how you're talking to somebody, and this time I found out he was a hoarder. And you know how you're talking to somebody and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna come in, you know what I'm saying, for a little, I was gonna come help him bring the tools out. He's like, hey, this is how I found out, he's into hoarding, and everybody know hoarding is a part of a disease. A lot of people don't want to let people in, and that's part of it, the trusting. You understand what I'm saying? So it's hard for him to trust me. And even though I haven't seen him in years, he still barely trusts me. You get what I'm saying? So, at this point, we want to say prayers up to the people that are dealing with a hoarding addiction, or somebody who has an alcoholic addiction, or somebody that just has mental illness. You understand what I'm saying? Because some people just don't recognize that they do have it, and they try to deflect on other people and say, oh, it's you, and they don't really want to admit that it's them, So prayers up to narcissists, and hopefully they can learn to keep their hands, feet, other objects to themselves when expressing themselves. That's number one. Number two is, if you can't get your point across with somebody, you just leave them alone. You can't make people do what you want them to do. You can't threaten them with a gun. You can't try to put fear into them. You can't try to bust their windows. You can't just do all this weird stuff, because you're going to get karma. And some karma, these karma cards can't clear. You have to go to the higher ups, because the higher ups determine whether or not, hey, is this suffice enough for what you did, for your behavior, for your actions. Taking people's life. I don't think, maybe if you were a drunk driver, you understand what I'm saying? Say you had like 4 or 5 DUIs, So being a designated driver for a group of friends would be an eye-opener. You understand what I'm saying? Because you would have to be completely sober. So we'll shuffle a few more cards. But like I said, narcissists have to understand that that was a decision that you made. You want to put the demon fingers and do all that weird stuff, because it's just going to lead you straight to the lake of fire. And the lake of fire is not somewhere where people want to be. I mean, people say, oh, you don't know. Trust me. The lake of fire is not somewhere you want to be. And it's like, sort of like God sends, his messengers back to give you these messages, so you can understand that your behavior is the reason for your absence in his kingdom. The way you treat people, the way you behave, the way you act, the way you talk to people, the nonchalant, the ego, the arrogance, trying to break down people's confidence, We have volunteered to read or play games with elderly people at a nursing home. Then we have ask an elderly or disabled person if they need anything at the store before you go. And then we have get a haircut and donate your hair to Locks of Love. Now that was beautiful. So we're going to see what type of crystals a narcissist can use to clear their karma. Because like I said, you don't want to harbor all this negative energy and these negative feelings in your life. And then you'll sit there and say, oh, well, it was their fault why it turned out like that. Oh, no, it was her fault. Oh, you have to take accountability for your actions. If somebody's going to, be friends with you, how can you be friends with somebody when you can't even communicate with them? The way we have 2 different languages. And it's not a love language. Even if it's communication, you got to learn how to communicate with people. And this, to clear out your karma, it's going to take time. You can do things maybe like once or twice, but to really get the effect, just say, hey, I really like volunteering and reading games for the elderly. I think it's inspiring. I think I'll do that like once a month. You know what I mean? It changes your perspective on things. When you open up and when you shut down and say, oh, well, there's no way there can be a world full of narcissists and a world full of divine beings. It has to be a balance, because if it's a world full of demons, like, everybody's going to kill each other off. Nobody's going to be inspiring. Everybody's going to be evil, crazy, dramatic, chaotic. You have to have balance. And yet it's at a balance at this point. Because if there's 144,000 chosen ones, that means, like I said, it's 99.9 billion or a million people on the planet that have chosen to sell their soul. And I don't know, what would encourage people to do that. It's not enough money in the world to make me do it, so I don't know, why people would give up on themselves or give up hope or lose faith. Maybe it could have been a lost love, a lost loved one, childhood trauma, and I don't understand, because God has never forsaken anyone, You're forsaken and walking from Him, So let's get these crystal cards and see what's next. Let's see what type of crystals the narcissist can use to clear their karma, because at this rate, it's at a all-time high of out of controlness. You can't get upset because you don't get your way. That's throwing a temper tantrum. You don't know what God has planned for you. So you're going to ruin it before you even get a chance. Let's see, we have Shukatite. It says, many of us have hidden psychic abilities, hidden in the primal area of our brains that we can no longer access. This stone speaks to that area via vibrations. Shukatite protects your mind during channeling and meditation. Its high vibration creates a strong psychic shell around you. Then we have Kunzite. This spiritual stone awakens unconditional love that is deep within your heart. Its high vibration, it connects you to the universe, love only felt in higher realms. You will feel no negativity, no pain, only a love that transcends space and reality as we know it. Okay, so tell me that a narcissist don't need no kunzite or kunzite, It look like it'll change their since people be like, oh, I'm checking your temperature. It looked like it changed the temperature just fine. It came out just on time. So don't tell me that God is not here. So that's what we have for this reading. I thank you. Have a blessed day. And we're going to look out for these narcissism and these narcissists and pray for them. And hopefully they can become better men and women in the future for their daughters and sisters and aunties and grandmothers and family members, So hopefully, this will help stop people and help people to stop thinking, understand, that it's okay to lend a hand to somebody every now and then. It's okay to be nice. You never know what the reward can be in the end, So thank you and have a blessed day.